So, Doors Floor 2 was just released, and modifiers are being worked on. So, I have my own list of modifier ideas that the devs can hopefully use, even though they probably won't see this video. But I just wanted to share it to y'all just to see what y'all think. My first modifier is comedy in the mind. It's 5%. That's 5%, and there are more giggles in the minds. Means there's just gonna be more giggles overall in the rooms, in the mind. Sorry. I'm hilarious. Which is 10%. Basically means giggle will spawn in at least one giggle will spawn in every single room. So you have to be careful. Laugh and cry, 15%. Two giggles will spawn in every room. It's serious. It's just similar to like the ice modifiers, like nosy, two eyes, four eyes, always watching those type of stuff. Next, I have silent minds. Enemies attack list is basically the mind's equivalent of the modifier called good time. Occupied is basically the bad time one where enemies attack more. Under habit, it's the very bad time modifier where entities attack much more. And Monday in the Mind, entities constantly attack, which is equivalent to the worst time ever. This is a very unique one I came up with. It's called lockers. Clock walkers where have a locker has a 50% chance to be straight up locked, and you have to find a hidden code somewhere in the room to open the modifier. Kind of like school lockers. School lockers, rotten roses, those flower rooms are absent. Oh god, those flower rooms are active, so basically those flower rooms where you can get shares of coke and chests where you can get super overpowered items. Yeah, those are gone. Gone. Plus 5%. You don't need them. Need them. Lovely roses is the exact opposite where you can find more flower rooms. So that's good. Quick resistant. This is basically the mind's equivalent of electro work where lights don't flash to indicate entities, but in the mind equivalent, those earthquakes you get when the entity is coming, they're no longer existent. I honestly think this deserves to be 15%. And let's see about 10%. It's a swarm. Glue bats will spawn more often and more aggressive. What I mean by more aggressive is that, like, for example, like even if you're I imagine like if you're standing up, the gloom bats will attack you. That's how aggressive they are. Gloombacks will always out of the high 15%. Gloombacks will nearly always spawn and will attack you if you harm their eggs. So basically, if you step on an egg, which usually just does a little bit of damage, the Gloombacks will actually temporarily attack you for it. So you gotta be careful. Creative Underground, I don't know why it says Minecraft. Let's say Minecart. Hold on. Let's say Minecart. Cart. Minecart rooms become more complex. What I mean by that is like those you have to push a minecart. They're gonna get harder because it's gonna be a little puzzling. Hideous hide will automatically inhabit a locker in each room. So basically, once you enter a room and there's a locker in it, one of the lockers will automatically have hide in it. And for those who don't know, in the mines, hide can take like this red physical form where like if you enter a locker, he does 40 damage to you and you can't enter the locker for a bit of time. I mean, those who experience it, you know what I'm talking about. Giant diet, self-explanatory, grumbles, move faster, doing 50 is gonna be even harder, even though it's already hard. Modern territory, two boxes are completely absent, meaning that you have to rely on lockers to get good pickups. But the exact opposite scale, lockers are completely absent, and you usually find like those generator plugs in lockers that will just be hidden somewhere else, so somewhere else in the room. It's not in the locker. Full power, less rooms will require generators to open. Less power will have will, more rooms will require generators to open. Even less power, nearly every room requires a generator to open, and no power, every single room will require a generator to open, which can get super annoying. Quality or quantity, more valuable items can be found like the big stuff like the strap light and I forgot what that big light is called, but yeah, those and quantity over quality, more items just in general can be found. Bleeding, the less health you have, more you less health you have, the you have enemy spawn rates increase proportionally. I originally thought like bleeding could be like, for example, the more damage you take, your screen just slowly becomes blurrier. but I decided that was a bit too much. Much so, like I decided to just go with less healthy have enemy spawn, which are already greasy. Greedy grind. Items can increase enemy spawn rates. So you got to be careful what you're choosing. And finally, and last, next, and finally, hot expedition. More rooms can have fire damp leaks, and the last modifier, its time is ticking. After 5 minutes spent in the room, Jet responds, so you have to be a little quicker about what you're doing. And honestly, oh, I forgot to add the percentage. I think it's going to be like 10%. Anyway, I really think like there should be hotel modifiers that should be moved over to them, like the speed ones and the speed ones, and like the like the hotel entities returning to the mines. Their modifiers should also be returned. But these are, I think, are the modifiers that like should be like unique to the mines. Anyway, that's all my ideas. So, what do you guys think? Let me know. Bye. Peace.